Welcome to TacosandGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more manga reviews, and today we are going to be reviewing the manga Undead: Finding Love in a Zombie Apocalypse, Volume 1. This is published by TokyoPop, and this is in the BL category. As always, I give you a brief synopsis, so without further ado, here we go. 19-year-old Hikaru lost everything the day the world ended. Everything, that is, except for his childhood friend Ai, who has always taken care of him. Now the two of them, along with other survivors, struggle to stay alive in a post-apocalyptic world filled with man-eating zombies. And when Ai confesses to feeling something more for Hikaru, it changes everything. After all, the more precious someone is to you, the harder it is to lose them. In a world like theirs, is something like love even possible? And that's something that this manga really raises that question: is it possible to have a relationship? Is it possible to have something steady in this world where there's just constant chaos and destruction? And I think what I really did enjoy about this book, as always here at Tacos and Geeks, were characters first. I did enjoy the characters of Hikaru and Ai here. Here you have two childhood friends. One has strong feelings for the other. One is completely oblivious and really not really and not knowing himself in terms of sexuality of what he likes, especially Hikaru. But I definitely does. He is in love with Hikaru, and he's been holding these feelings back for a long time. And is getting to that point where those feelings are boiling over, and explains why he's always been so protective. And even in the book, he says something like this: "You are my only family that I have now." And there's situations in here where we're introduced to these characters, and Hikaru is the youngest of the group, and he is treated just like that. He is treated like the baby of the group, where anytime he ventures off, everybody's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna come with you," or "Don't go alone," or "I's always there to save the day," and things like that. So there's moments in this book where they do a great job of establishing that type of relationship, and I think a little bit of the feeling, I would say, like the love story aspect, it's undercooked a bit. We do get little glimpses of their past and their childhood, but we don't really get to see much on like the love front of why I is so in love with Hikaru. It seems more like a brotherly love relationship, as more in terms of I love you relationships, more like a bromance compared to a actual romance, if that makes sense. And I will say that this is an 18 plus manga, and there is absolutely reasons for it. There is sex scenes in here, and they do show. I wish I'd known that in the beginning, but they do show everything. And there's also things in here where there might be certain subject matter such as sexual assault that might rub readers the wrong way, or some readers might not be as comfortable of reading of something like that that deals with that, because there's moments in here where, unfortunately, this is a minor spoiler, Hikaru was almost sexually assaulted by other survivors who are literally just trying to get the first body of flesh they can, because they've been so pent up sexually. So they're just literally hunting for anybody. And there's some great things in here too. There's a really great child character in here that joins the group. I think she's just so adorable. She's really adorable. But as far as the zombies go, how are the zombies, you're probably wondering? Is issue volume one focuses more on the love story and really building up, but there is that looming threat of zombies, which I think they did a really good job. I like the way the way they explain the zombies is just, it literally was not really heavily explored the origin of it. It's just like you get a couple of throwaway lines like, "Oh, this virus happened, now we got zombies," and that's pretty much it. But they do dive a little bit more into the world and the survivors, and that's where the meat of this story comes into play, is that survivor story of the survivors such as Hikaru, and the other people that they're with, how they're dealing with this growing threat, how they're working together, what conflicts they have. So it is overall still a really good zombie book, which just has BL themes and BL tones in here, and a BL love story. But like I said, a love story is a good love story, but it kind of falls flat from time to time, mainly because I think for me it was like the way I confessed to Hikaru was kind of, it wasn't he does it in a forceful way that even turned off Hikaru. Will turn off anybody because Hikaru almost was sexually assaulted, and let's just say I nearly completes it the way he's taunting him while he's confessing to love. He's kind of forcing himself as he's confessing. So that's something like I said, might turn off some people, and it might actually. I'm glad the character in the story was just like, "Yo, you crossed the line" and everything else, but it leaves him confused, and it gives Hikaru starting to question his sexuality and for him to explore. So for one character, is more of them coming out, and there's one character who's basically the pursuer. And if you read some BL stories, it's kind of, I guess, is one of the tropes where one is kind of resistant to the sexuality, and the one who's full blown into the expression and the identity of who they are is basically trying to lead the path to them and guide them through this new feelings and uncertain things. But I like the art style. I think the story is good. They did a great job of balancing love in this zombie threat, especially with the ending, which I did not expect it to end that way. So I'm curious to see how Volume 2 is going to go. But overall, it's a solid entry. I will recommend this one if you're 18 plus. Okay, there's, like I said, there's sex scenes in here, so just be aware of that. But this is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com, and comment below. Let me know, what did you think of Undead: Finding Love in a Zombie Apocalypse. If you like what we do here, as always, you can like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That helps out the algorithm very, very much. And if you watch this on otakusandgeeks.com, check out all our previews, our reviews, and podcasts, everything, the whole enchilada. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later days.